Welcome, Knights of Apollo, to Total War 3 Kingdoms. I want to give CA a huge thank you for giving me the opportunity to play the game early and show you guys what this game is all about. So thank you, CA, for this opportunity. Very, very grateful and very excited to get this started. So they have given me permission to upload 3 episodes, each episode being an hour long, and I cannot go past turn 50, which makes sense because you don't want the game to be spoiled for you before it's even out. Another thing I'm going to be doing is something called campaigns for charity, where I'll be playing a campaign, and during that time, during every episode I'm playing the campaign, I will be raising money for a specific charity I want to support. So since this video most likely will bring in a lot of views because I'm playing a game that's not even out yet, the new Total War, I wanted to raise money for St. Jude. The goal is $5,000. So I want to raise, within the time period of the 3 videos, I want to be able to raise $5,000, which is really not even that much, considering if you just think of, if you do the math, if like 5 to 10% of the viewers or potential viewers donates $1, we would hit that easy. So if you want to donate to St. Jude, there's a link in the video description. Again, I will be promoting this charity in the next 3 episodes. And if we hit the 5,000, if it's going well, and Total War will give me permission to play more, I will continue to play the campaign, obviously, and support the charity. And that will help me finish campaigns, guys, because I know it's obvious I suck at finishing campaigns, but if I'm doing it for a good cause, then I will obviously finish the campaigns. So I'm really excited about this. I think we can do a lot of good here. So 5,000, if you never heard of St. Jude, basically it helps children, well, it helps pay for the medical bills that sick children have, you know, trying to fight whether a cancer or a different illness. It helps the families out. It does a lot of good. Also, the money goes towards research, finding cures for certain sickness and cancers and whatnot. So really good cause. If you want to do more research on them before donating, you know, be my guest, but you'll see that they're awesome. So yeah, there's the link down below. Please support that, and I'm excited to get this started. So I've played quite a bit so far just to get the grasp of it. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new one, obviously, and we're gonna be playing as GONGSUN ZAN, and I'm gonna slaughter a lot of these names, but this guy looks pretty cool, and I believe you can see, yeah,
harden your actions to its advice.
Yeah. So,
in the cacophony of rising chaos,
nice little intro here.
GONGSUN's son is heard, like a clarion call above the fray.
Nice. He stands firm in his beliefs and is unafraid to do what he feels right. Yeah, a childhood friend of Lu Bu, GONGSUN ZAN earned a reputation as a fierce warrior, defending the empire against foreign foes beyond the border. He rules his lands with the same martial mindset with he governs his forces. Ooh, on the dangerous fringes of the empire. Military, okay, precision, all things must be observed. Very, very cool. So he seems like an honorable fellow. I don't know much about the history. That's something I kind of will learn as I go. But some of the unique features, he's got white horse raiders and white horse fellows. So he's got these really awesome horse skirmishers that are really, really nasty. He also gets 50% reinforcement range, so that's really useful in getting those reinforcements in. And he also gets plus 12% armor for all shock cav. So this guy is definitely a cav focus, or this faction is a cav focused faction. A unique building here is a military government, income from all sources, plus public order. So I think he's a very good general. I think it's a good one to start out with. He's known as the Iron Fist General, so maybe he's a little harsh in rule because Iron Fist is never a term used in a good way, you know, not necessarily a bad way. And then we have another notable character here. We got Zhao Yun, Light in the Dark. So very cool. Another general who fights under GONGSUN ZAN. So we're going to be playing on the records. That's just a game mode I prefer. The difference between the two is the generals are accompanied by a unit of capable bodyguards. There's less fantasy in records. It focuses on army level tactics and maneuvers, where calculation, action rather than heroic abandon will win the day. So basically, you gotta work. It's just more realistic. So I'm gonna go with records. And are you guys ready to start this? I'm so pumped. So let's start this campaign.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dongzhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns. Chaos ignites as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. Yet there are those who would still fight, still roar. GONGSUN ZAN holds against the tyrant, his own fire unrelenting. With a thundering of hooves, he rides to war. China is in turmoil. The great
He
empire
rides
of the
to
Han,
war.
stretching back ages.
So we got a couple little like
counting,
info here. I kind of
is
like
being
this.
devoured by
Little,
corruption.
you'll get little bits like this
yellow
during the loading
turbans,
screen.
thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion.
So a little bit about the Yellow Turban Rebellion.
Luoyang lies in ruin, my lord. It is the work of the tyrant.
Dongzhuo knows no mercy.
Dongzhuo.
He is cruel and barbaric.
He
He's
flees
big,
west
too.
with the young emperor.
Jeez, look at him.
Control of the Han goes with him.
Big and
He
proud.
must be hunted down. His devastation of China must be stopped.
However, there are other, closer issues to deal with. Liu Ye still poses a threat.
If he cannot summon the strength to govern his own lands, then I will seize them and do it myself.
I love the dialogue here of the characters.
The coalition is dying. It lacks unity and leadership. Something must be done.
Long have I defended China from enemies without. Now, I must turn my sights to the enemies within.
Hell yeah.
Your cavalry bray, Lord GONGSUN ZAN. It is time to direct their furious charge.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. So, at first glance, the HUD here, the interface, is a bit overwhelming. At least it was for me. It's not so much anymore, but it just where things are located seem really different. Also, I don't really play a lot of campaigns in the first place, so it's all kind of new to me regardless. But yeah, I'll try to explain everything here, but it's really not too hard. Once you watch for a couple hours, you'll get the hang of the UI and stuff. So establish your power. Lord GONGSUN ZAN. China is in chaos, but so far from the capital, there's little you can do. Yes, so we're on the like fringes of China. So we have to claim the Han Empire regions and be wary of Liu Yu and Gongsong Du. Okay, so mission issued. Taste of victory. So I think we have to just dive into a battle right away, right here. So, see, the empire's ending. The tyrant, yes, chaos is rising. Opportunity. So we have to, engage the following generals in a battle, and we'll earn plus 30 military supplies and plus 5 morale for 3 turns. So let's go ahead, guys, and start off with the battle. So right away, here is the... Oh my god, he's got 666. Satanic, this man must go down. So let's go ahead and start the battle. And if you notice, you saw the button delegate. That is basically another word for auto-resolve. Where I don't know why they call it delicate. Oh, what's this?
China. This fire must be stopped.
Yeah.
Lest we all burn. The people suffer as cities burn. It cannot continue. For years, I have defended China from numerous threats. It seems now I must take up arms to defend her again. Once more, for China.
Very cool. So every time you're in a loading screen before a battle, it will have your generals saying something. I really, really love that. It's pretty immersive to hear instead of just your general being there, to hear him talk all the time, and I don't know, it's just awesome. I really do like that a lot. So yeah, delegate is auto-resolve. Back to what I was talking about earlier. The loading screens are a bit long, but also remember, guys, that this is a work in progress. The game is still not, this is like not release version of the game. So it is a work in progress. All right, here we go. So our first battle here. We are playing on unit size extreme. Because you know me, I gotta have the biggest of the biggest to make the battles feel a bit more immersive. Also, this is China. There's a lot of people who live here. So these armies were massive. So right away, we got our 2 generals. I'm not a fan of the unit cards, but I mean, I know the focus is on the generals, but you know me, I like the common soldier. I like the, you know, the challenges of being a common soldier, and it just kind of takes away, you know, from that, I guess, their faces and whatnot. So we got some white horse fellows. This is the special unit that's really good. So it's a medium bow infantry. Over here we've got some lance cavalry. Again, cav is my strength, and I must play to my strength. There's the other lance cav. We also have some G infantry or JI infantry, which is like a spear pike infantry. And over here we've got some axe band, some light axe infantry, which is under the command of Zhao Yuan, and the rest are under the command of GONGSUN ZAN. Okay, so let's form up here. Now, usually when I'm fighting in battles, I like to put my army into groups. I don't really like this setup here of these units. So usually what I do is I'll put the infantry together. You can group them, and I'll put them in their own group, thankfully, and makes it a bit more manageable. And then, of course, let's take the Lancer Cav onto the flank, and I'm going to move the White Horse fellows to this flank. They're going to be my skirmishing force. This is not a huge army, not a big deal, but I always have to go in with caution, right? So they've got Archer Militia here, which is probably my biggest concern. Not too worried about their cav or anything like that, since my cav is, well, a lot better. So we're also going to make the generals become very close. Boom! And they're also there in their own group. I like to use the generals here pretty early on, since they should be fairly safe. Watch them. I lose both my generals here. Yeah, that'd be the worst. But yeah, it's fairly safe for them, so I'm probably going to use them pretty aggressively. I'll go ahead and run them over with the cav. So, get some nice cinematic shots here of the battles. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is kind of scout up ahead here. We're going to move up the cav first. I'll go ahead and alt drag them up. Same thing here. Move these guys up now. And there we go. The forces are on their way. The first big battle of this campaign. It's not really a big battle, but you know what I mean. The first battle of the campaign. And look at the range. The range on these guys are insane. So archers you got to be very careful for. So let's keep pushing on the flank here with the cav. Really just spreading out my units, making him have to kind of worry on what he needs to defend. We now see a general moving out over here. Let's go ahead and now start firing down on his archers. We're going to keep moving these guys up here, and we're going to move up the infantry. I'm going to try to engage his cav as soon as possible, because I don't want his cav charging into my infantry. His archers are not even firing back. There they go. They're moving up now. I think they're going to try to fire on my infantry. Oh, no, they're firing at my generals. Not a bad play from him. Okay, now he's changing targets to my infantry. I'm going to go ahead and start charging in the cav. Take my 2 generals and move them to the very back flank. Infantry is really taking a beating here, but there's not much I can do about it. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is gonna sting. Oh! That's something I wanted to avoid. And very good charge from the AI. But that's alright. He left his cav and his general unprotected. We're already crushing his cav here. My cav is just far superior over his. There we go. Now we're just going to come in, do some damage with this cav. Archers, cav. Let's actually have you go into melee. I think these guys are decent in melee. Melee power is 27 against the melee power of this unit is 36. So they're not as good as the cav, but they do have infantry support there. Alright, we need to send more support in over here. Let's have our main general chase down their general. Their general is breaking. And we also have to deal... Watch this, guys. We got to deal with the spears who are holding this line. These cav charges are nasty. Nasty. So there you have it. Nice little victory there. Very quick battle. Though it wasn't a very big battle. I feel like I could have done that a little bit better. We had some troops that are breaking from the battlefield, but that's okay. Nobody fully died, and we can now claim victory. Close victory, but you can do a rematch, which I don't really care for this because it's very gamey. You know, like, you could always refight a battle and do it a little bit better. I like it, whatever happens, happens, because it kind of takes away that element of bad decision making. You know what I mean? Like, if you make a bad decision during a battle, then that should be it. It's over. So, there you have it. Close victory. Alright. Oh, boy.
A clear mind leads to victory.
We gain money for every victory. Does it, you know, that makes sense. Getting some loot. He lost almost entire force. So we have a couple of options here. We can capture, with the captured troops, we can ransom them and get some more cash. We can seize supplies and get some military supplies, which I haven't really talked about yet. Or we can recruit them and gain replenishment. I think, honestly, I think I'm going to recruit them. Because I don't think we really need the money right now. And the military supplies, we don't really need. So I'm going to go ahead and recruit. There you have it.
GONGSUN advances.
I'm going to try to be an honorable leader. You know, I'm not going to mass execute people. So a taste of victory. There we go. So now we've got those benefits. Mission issued. We now must take the following settlement. Over here, we have an iron mine settlement. And we'll get the support of the people. +5 public order and plus 25 faction support. So that's going to be our next goal here.
As they fight side by side, your generals' bonds will deepen as friends or rivals, affecting their satisfaction in your service. Be watchful of their relationships and their characteristics as they develop.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Your generals can form bonds as they fight. So you can see right here, they look at each other in a good light. They are forming a bond since they are fighting together, which is really cool. We also have other characters in my court. These characters, I believe I can raise as generals or put them in different positions. I am leaving on the advisor, like you heard the lady talk about the bonds of the generals. I'm going to leave her on. Sometimes she'll give me redundant information, but it might be information that will help you understand the game better. So if I am not mistaken, there are like main city towns, and surrounding them are minor towns that have different resources. So for example, we've got the iron mine, a trading port, and then down in the south we have a fishing port. Next to the border here, we have another town, and of course horse pastures, and we've got a large town over here. So I think this is like the center of the focus around this area. It's almost like the capital of this region, kind of like in Rome too. So we can actually go ahead and build something here. So if you click on the building, you can see that we have a slot here. We already have the town, which we could upgrade, but I'm not going to quite do that yet. We have a mail post, which is great for income and reduction in some buildings there. But we can go ahead. I think what is important right now. So our food is at 0. So maybe getting more food would be good. I think that would be a good start. So land development would give us +1 food, +70 income, +2 population. That seems all very important at the start of a campaign. So let's go with land development, and that's going to take 2 turns to construct. So with that, we have our construction here. This over here on this panel, this shows us updates, like what's going on. So we've acquired some like gifts here, which I'll explain later. We can this again just updates that we've already mission issued, stuff like that. I believe this is a death of a general. Yeah, we killed the enemy general in battle. At least he died with honor. And more updates here. A glorious victory. Very nice. And he got a bonus experience. It shows how much experience your general got after the battle. So that's your updates. If you go to your characters, you can see they have this little face here. And this is essentially showing if they're happy, if they're angry, or just kind of meh, which most of them are right now. If they are upset, there's things you can do to improve their happiness. And the reason you want to keep them happy is because they can branch out and cause a rebellion or a civil war. But you can give them accessories, which are these little gifts here, like a stone pig. This will add instinct and satisfaction. And instinct affects the different parts of their ability. So instinct improves +3 melee damage and -1 recruitment cost. Their cunning affects -9 or +9% ammunition and +2 military supplies. So this guy actually would be a pretty good general in terms of what he can do. So if we go to Yang Gang, oh my god, like Yang Gang, Andrew Yang. Okay, anyways, he could also be a pretty solid general. We got Song. I believe this is the faction's wife, the faction leader's wife. Yeah, you can look at your family tree. This is also another way of seeing. Look at that grin on his face. So as you earn more prestige, I guess you could say, and more territory, you get higher in rank, where you eventually become emperor. And as you unlock these new titles, it will unlock new things that you can do with your nobles and whatnot. So if we go to the court, you can see we can I think we acquire, I don't know how to pronounce, like Marquez or something. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But you can unlock these and start giving people titles and trying to give them, the appropriate jobs. And it's another way of making them happy. Here's the family tree. We do have an heir to the throne. We have GONGSUN. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, this is the wife of GONGSUN ZAN. So there you go. We got different characters here, and yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there is a lot to this campaign, which is really cool. And yes, this is you can see if you click on, I believe these main like capital areas are commanderies. You can kind of click on them and see all the local ones, or maybe all the ones of China. So these are like important cities that if you take will help your prestige and growth of your empire. And then this is the known factions that we are aware of. You can see that we are at war with the Han Empire. We have a non-aggression pact with GONGSUN, which I believe he is in the north. So if we go to diplomacy, which is up here, you can see Dong is down here. Han Empire. Han Empire, I guess we can't see him yet. Well, no, I'm sorry. The Han Empire is all around here. And then GONGSUN is in the north over here. Han Fu. Where are you, Han Fu? And by the way, that clicking sound effect, does that not sound like straws like hitting each other? Just listen. Sounds like straws, like plastic straws. Anyways, and then we have the I don't know how to pronounce Lu Yu. So yeah, we are surrounded by mostly people who hate us, which is always good in a campaign, so you can get some early conquest without, declaring war on everyone, because they'll declare war on you. Over here we have reforms. Reforms is like the tech tree. It's literally a tree. We already have one little branch research, but yeah, there's other branches here that you can go down and learn. But next reform is in 3 turns, so we can't quite do anything there. And then this is our treasury, just letting you know how much we're making. and our records. This is just shows what you've accomplished so far. So that was the basics. I just wanted to give you a little rundown, excuse me, a little rundown of the UI and everything. And again, I'm taking my time because we can only play 50 turns. So let's go ahead and now recruit, which actually I don't think we can recruit because we've already fought our battle. So we're just going to stay right here. Again, our goal is to take this iron mine, and we'll go ahead and end the turn. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed the campaign. Like, there's so much you can do, and I'm actually pretty excited to do like a co-op campaign with a friend or head-to-head. I think that would be a lot of fun because you can arrange marriages. I mean, seriously, let me show you what you can do. So if we go to, let's just go to my ally, negotiate.
Well met, friend.
Look at all the options you can do. You can trade food. You can trade payments, obviously. You can have a trade agreement, trade and marriage. You can marry away people. You can trade territories. Like, that's what I like to see. Like, being able to trade more than just like, oh, here's a trade agreement, or that's it, you know, like trade agreement or that's it. There's much more you can offer to someone. You can form coalitions with other factions and have a mutual agreement to fight together in each other's wars. Like, it's really cool. It's really cool what you can do. And here's people of merit. So China's vastness is matched only by the many exemplars of wisdom. So these are like people who are in your territory, which you can pay to join your court, which I think is pretty cool. We're not going to do that yet because we don't really need anyone in our court. And then here's our army. What is this? Did our army?
Unrest, boldness is needed.
Army action points available. Very nice. So it's just saying that we can now move our army. So what I'm going to do actually is go ahead and recruit more soldiers. I definitely think we need more archers, so we're going to go with that. And we're also going to recruit, again, cav is our strength, but the next battle will most likely be a siege battle, so I think getting more infantry would be the way to go. So we've got the sword guards, which are really good, but they're very expensive, 718. So we're actually going to go with the cheaper unit. Oh wait, hold on. These guys are 3,000. White horse raiders, my god. I was looking at this unit, I was like, holy crap. But no, anyways, let's go back to getting them, and then we're gonna get the saber militia. And so I really like how this works. The recruitment is kind of like Thrones of Britannia. You don't instantly have a full unit ready to go. You have to sit there and recruit these units, and it takes a couple turns. You can always attack before they're fully recruited, I guess, a full unit here. But it's always best to always sit back and recruit troops. I like that because you won't be able to quickly buy an army and defend. Like, it makes consequences, right? You got to make sure you don't lose your armies, because rebuilding them will be very difficult because you have to wait many turns. Another thing I like is that you got to also not lose too many troops in battle, because replenishing these units it takes time. It takes a lot of time. So you can't just like steamroll through people as easily, which I think is much more exciting and rewarding, because you'll be rewarded on your decision making and how well you manage your army. So yeah, I think there's really not much to do at this point. We have one settlement. I think we're just gonna keep on waiting to recruit these men, probably a couple more turns. Also, we don't want to attack during winter. And did I explain the supply line? I don't think I did, which I love the supply line. It is awesome. Another thing that will prevent you from just steamrolling people, right here, you see the supply line? So the more you're out on enemy terrain, the more this is being used up. And you'll see it, like, I know you don't see it now, but it'll slowly go down each turn. And once you're out of supplies, your army starts to take attrition. You know, they'll start to die off, or they'll disband, they'll leave the army. So that's another thing you have to take care of, is watching that supply line, and it makes things really challenging, really challenging. So that's really fun. And another thing with the reforms, you can invest time into researching better military like upgrades. So we could get military markets, which adds 8 military supplies. So just little things like that to help improve the effectiveness of your armies, which actually we can pick a reform as it's time. So we've got a couple different options. So what should we go for? We got either, should we go with the growth of our people? This resettlement incentives increases population growth, which is always great to fill in the ranks of our armies. But we also have foreign envoys, which increases trade. We also have another trade influence. So 2 trade paths here. And then we have this purple economy one, which will increase income, plus 10% income, which is always good because I feel like money is power in terms of building an army. We also have the military, of course, and then we have register of land and population, which will plus 50% income from peasantry, which that sounds really nice. So there's a lot of different options here, and honestly guys, I don't really know. I think I might just go with the economy first. So let's go ahead and issue that. It's going to take 5 turns to unlock that, but I think if we have more money, we can support more troops, and we can have more success in conquering the Han Empire. So let's end the turn. Again, not much to do early on. I don't want to get through. Oh, here we go. This is an offer here from the Han Fu clan or people. So they have offered a non-aggression pact, but I give them. Well, it's just a trade request. Yeah. Foreign trade. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll do this. I guess I give them a stone pig. Okay. Yeah. Non-aggression pacts are always great, so I will. Good day to you. Yeah, good day to you. I gladly accept that. Less people to worry about attacking me as I focus the Han Empire. So I'm gonna wait one more turn before we can attack, because I think they'll be ready to go. And you got to be careful, especially with siege battles. You can't be too careless, and I don't want to lose too many troops. So we got Yang Gang over here. Yan, it's probably more Yan Gang, or yeah, Gang. Yeah, okay. So he's upset. So the way to fix this is a couple that we can promote him, which would add plus 10 satisfaction, increase title rank and salary. That would definitely make him happy. So plus 25 salary, which would affect our income. But we don't want these people upset, so I'm going to go ahead and promote him. Look at that. Oof. That was a huge chunk. It costs a lot to promote. And now he's back in the yellow satisfaction. He's back to being all right. Again, like I said in the beginning, another way to make him happy, we can give him a follower, which would help increase his stats. Not necessarily his satisfaction, but we can give him accessories like this classic of Phil. Yeah, this document here. Give him plus 6 cunning and plus 10 satisfaction. So that's another way of making him happy. But I'm not gonna promote him, give him a huge paycheck, and give him a little artifact there. All right, he's gonna have to wait. So are we ready for battle? Oh yeah, we were gonna wait one more turn. So let's do that. So yeah, what do you guys think so far of the game? I think the campaign map, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and I feel like I don't even know. Like, I know maybe half of it and not even how to do it well. And that's going to be the fun of the game, is mastering the game and figuring out how to be very effective with the campaign. So let's go ahead and march out and lay siege to the Iron Mine. We have a pretty huge advantage, but I will fight this battle. Another thing to mention is that, you know, in a Total War Attila, when you lay siege to settlements, you start to do damage to the defenses. Well, this is true in Three Kingdoms Total War, or Total War Three Kingdoms as well. There are arrow towers, and the longer you siege this settlement, more of those arrow towers will be destroyed when you attack. So even if you don't completely starve them out, sieging them for a couple turns can help your chances of taking less casualties. So I'm going to go ahead and starve them out. Again, we have overwhelming numbers, but I want my army as healthy as possible, because the less we have to sit and recruit, the more we can march out and conquer. And also another thing I wanted to do is show you, look at this, the supply line. That's how much it's going to go down. I assume it's not going down a lot because we're so close to friendly territory. That might be the case. But yeah, let's see. What turn are we on? I don't know what turn we're on. Hopefully I don't go past 50 in the first episode. I don't think we will. As soon as we expand, we're going to have a lot more to deal with. So, attacker reinforcements. Oh, we can call... The siege progresses, but our assaulting forces grow weary and supplies run low. A nearby village, loyal and abundant to resources, can possibly aid us. Shall we call upon them? I don't really think we need to do this. It would add plus 10 military supplies, but minus 10% population for this village. I don't want to do that to that village. So I'm going to continue to... And look at the supplies. They're really going down now. So, yeah. I mean, that's something you have to consider when laying siege to a settlement. And we're damaging the settlement the longer we lay siege, which is another thing we're going to have to consider when we take it over, and we're going to have to rebuild all these structures. But once again, I think we're going to wait. Should we wait? Should we go in?
Do not yield.
Let's wait one more turn. One more turn. And I think we'll be ready after that. Because they will be weakened too. When you siege, you do weaken them. Oh, it's winter. We should definitely attack.
Press onward.
Yeah, look at the supplies because of winter. Holy crap, that's a lot of supplies that are going to be gone next turn. We should probably go in now. That would be the best plan of action here. So
show fury.
Let's do this. So now they're down to 388. I don't know if we lost any troops there. I can't imagine we did, but it's possible. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Again, I could auto-resolve this one, but I want to show you a minor settlement. I want to show you what a mining town looks like, so we'll dive into this one.
These rebels may fight bravely, but they must be defeated.
All right, here we go. Nice snowy day. The game does look very beautiful. I love... It looks really nice. I guess that's all I have to say. And you can see here that these two towers are neutralized because of the sieging of the town. They still have the towers over here active, but that's only one tower area, so we don't have to worry about that whatsoever. And also, this is a minor settlement, guys, so that's why it's a pretty simplistic design here. So that's one thing to consider. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and group these men up. This is like our sword infantry. We're going to have them supported by some pike infantry, which we might actually charge in first since they're pikes. Once again, we're going to group up the generals. And let's group up the cav with the skirmish cav. And the archers will be grouped up. So I really like to group up these armies. It's just... I don't really like the initial... I already said this, but I'll say it again. I don't really like the initial layout here of the unit cards, so I always have to group it up to deal with it. Let's put the cav on this flank and really rely on our archers to kill these guys. Let's move up these archers. I don't even see enemy archers, so this might actually go really smoothly. We're going to move up the horse archers as well. And let's send up our cav just to be there to protect the archers in case they charge downhill. And we'll leave the infantry to wait back for the orders. There we go. And as soon as we're in range, big targets to go after are these pikes. The halberd infantry. They can hold like no other. There we go. And sure enough, they're going to retreat. My horse archers are already opening fire. Now I'm going to go ahead and start to move up my infantry. We'll send 3 units up here and the 4th one right here. And they're going to go ahead and fall back, which is great because that's going to make it a little bit easier for our infantry to get through these initial choke points.
Haste! Cavalry attack!
Again, let's move up the cav to support this archer unit. You never know, the AI might just charge in their cav. Not too worried about their army, though. Not really a big threat. Alright, here we go. Once again in range. Again, really relying on my archers here to avoid casualties. And look, they're already wavering. Already wavering. They might be going for a downward charge. It's actually not a terrible idea.
Look, the enemy
Yep, there they. Okay, they're running, so let's let them run. Let's not waste ammo on them any longer. Now we're gonna focus all of our skirmishers to this way. Let's send all of our warriors this way. And I think they're doing a full-on retreat to the town center, which is not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Again, we're moving up our units here. Let's move up the cav to protect the archers. Whoa, look at that. I'm not sure what this... Whoa. Oh, UI quick menu. That's cool. Oh, they retreated. They just retreated. Oh my god, they just given up. That's right. We'll claim victory. I don't know if I lost a single man in this battle. Let's end that. I don't think I could have done that any better. I know that wasn't super exciting. That was a 2-minute and 40-second battle. I think I lost... Did I lose one man? I think I lost one guy. Or maybe not. Hold on. No, I didn't lose anyone. And they lose everyone because it's a siege. So we're going to occupy.
This belongs to us now.
And that is mission success. Support from the people. And that will give us more public order and faction support. Awesome. The border cities transform. Your economy grows. Construct or upgrade a building. And you Bing Ping Town. You Bing Ping Town. So that is our main town. So what is the mission here? Just build or construct or upgrade a building. Any building? Let's go ahead and upgrade this then. Increase our population and food production and income. And we'll of course unlock that that mission, which will give us some bonuses. So here's our next town. We need to go ahead and repair. So you can see, just like the other Total Wars, I believe. Actually, hold on. How does this work? So you got your list of provinces here. No, it's different. It's a little different. So if we click on this, obviously they'll take you to the panel here. It'll show you what town is nearby that is currently controlled by this faction. But we're going to go ahead and repair the iron veins. And that will hopefully help us produce more iron, which we could use to trade or use to our own advantage. So that's good. Mission issued. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to let the army rest. I don't really plan on getting any more troops. I think this is a very good size army. And we can pretty much, like I said, we didn't lose anybody there. So we can pretty much move to the next settlement, which is Yubingping, and build a trade port there. Wait. Oh, it's this.
Fire burns brightly and indiscriminately. But no flame can last forever. Starved of air, it chokes, it splutters, and is then extinguished.
Oh, he's dead?
The tyrant is dead.
Oh my god!
Yet in the
He's just
ashen
sleeping.
darkness, the avaricious prowl.
Wait, wasn't he supposed to be like a big
ask this of you.
enemy and he's dead already? Alright, what is this? GONGSUN will receive payment from GONGSUN. They'll give me 396, such a random amount. But I'll give them Wooden Dog, which gives +4 resolve and +4 satisfaction. I'm gonna say no to that. I'm kind of done giving out my little figures, okay? It is your decision. And there's his settlement up there, GONGSUN up there. Faction secession? Oh, right. Dongmin now? Dongmin is now the emperor. Okay. Cool. That's cool. We get to know who's taking control, taking power. But let's keep pushing our expansion here. Again, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can in 50 turns. We also have a new reform. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and focus on military. Let's see, we can minus construction costs for military infrastructure, or we can increase military supplies, which we're going to go with supplies. Because we're going to be on the march here very soon. Which actually right now we're going to be on the march. There's only one unit that's still recruiting. That's amazing. So let's take this trade port. Why are these two settlements the same name? Yo Bing Ping and Yo, I don't know. Let's go attack. So we've used up all of our movement. We are also regaining. That's another thing to consider. Another thing that will slow down your mass expansion. You see this? We are regaining supplies. It's not instant. It takes time, which is actually really good that we ran out of move spaces or move, points because we are still in friendly territory and we're going to still regain supplies. So that's one thing to consider. One thing to consider. And hopefully pretty soon we will improve in rank. And what I mean by rank, I mean we're no longer noble. We're in second Marquez, which would give us the ability to raise 3 armies, assign slots provided, or assignment slots, sorry, trade agreements, and spy positions. We also increase your prestige by capturing and expanding settlements, or by conducting special buildings. So you can do it through conquest and through construction. Alright, so our supply line is pretty much full. Not all the way, but we're going to go ahead. We don't want to waste time. Well, let's bring death upon this trade port. I want to know, though, where does it say what turn we're on? Usually I'll say, like, what turn you're at. Maybe I'm missing it. I guess I can figure that out later because I don't want to waste time while you guys are watching. I'll figure it out later. Maybe you guys will see it before me because I'm often blind. And these guys are upset now. Okay. Yang Gang, man. He wants his 1,000. I guess I'll give him the wooden dog that I could have... Yeah, there we go. Does that help a little bit? Oh, he's still upset. Dude, what is your deal, man? What do you want from me? This guy, I guess we could promote him, but it's not like my economy's doing amazing. I'm only making 363 per turn. So what if we also give him... and I don't know if I should be handing these out like candy. There might be, a downside to this, but I really can't afford anyone to form their own faction right now. And that helped. That made him happy. So, but he's still upset. Yang Gang's still upset. All right, let's end the turn. We can lay siege to the trade port. By the way, guys, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I am playing on normal. So, again, I'm not playing on too hard, too easy, just normal difficulty. So a hero's aid. You read a report about one of your generals who beat 6 enemies single-handedly, largely due to the courage, speed, and loyalty of his horses. Heroes have always had something or someone to help them. So a chance to gain, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but a new item. It's one of these item things that I just gave to one of my generals. Anyways, let's go lay siege here and see. The chances are really good. I don't want to auto-resolve, though. I want to fight. And let's go ahead and starve them out a couple turns. And then we're going to fight them. But treasury's going well, especially with this new... village here. That's going to help increase our economy. Again, I mean, there's not a ton we could do. We could raise another army, but we don't really have the economy for that. We can barely afford the army we have now. Let's see what the Han Empire can do. There we go. Gao Gan declare war on Han Fu. Oh, hey! Coming of age! GONGSUN Zhu? The child has come of age. He is ready to serve your faction. Beautiful! So, the heir of the throne, now of an age to actually lead armies. Your economy grows. Okay. This was the construction. Very nice. And an army is called for. GONGSUN ZAN raises it. Recruit and maintain a total of 14 at the start of a new turn. Current total 12. At the start of a new turn? How long do we have to do this? This will plus 50 bonus experience for units per season and plus 10% replenishment. That's pretty good, and I feel like we should do that.
Cry war.
Unfortunately, we are sieging right now. And what is this? We're getting a notification. Oh, he's leveled up. So this is like the tech tree of your general. Here's his skills. And you can kind of shape your generals to be different types of leaders, whether they're good governors or good leaders. But we can improve his scholarship. That will improve 10% character experience, this army, and plus 40% income from commerce. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll do that. That seems like a good start for him. And here's the notifications. So let's see our chances of attacking here. They have one archer. Let's go ahead and just start the battle. I don't want to wait any longer. We should get some.
There are many reasons for joy. Let this be another.
Yeah.
Sage words, friend. They shall echo through history.
Yeah. And this loading is actually pretty quick, so might not have to edit this. Or maybe I spoke too soon.
Glory awaits for he who will but seize it.
Yeah. Let's go. And let's see this fishing town. And yeah, it looks like a fishing town. Really is a shame. Look at these boats over here. Really is a shame that you cannot build a navy. It's gonna suck. That's one thing I don't like about the game, but I really like navies. I think navies are cool and important, but what can you do? Alright, so let's get the archers over here. And the reason we're attacking on this side is because we destroyed the tower. So let's get our infantry grouped up. What I'm gonna do, again, rely heavily on the archers. Get the horse archers up here. Let's get down to business and defeat the Huns. Alright. Yeah, a little too early for that song. That's a couple hundred years after this. Alright, so we're going to send up the skirmishers first. Once again, let's move up the cav, just in case they need to quickly protect the archers if they try to charge. And we'll even move up the infantry a tad bit. So they're really blobbed up over here. And we're already getting a lot of kills. Archers should be in position. Let's go ahead and fire upon their archer blob. The horses are... Oh, God. Look at this. And it's not only am I killing their archers, I'm killing the infantry too. Is there a way I could, like, run these men around? Melee mode, formations, guard mode. Alright, horses, please. Fire at their archers. Oh my God. This is a massacre. A massacre on the enemy.
Craven.
Once again, I'm going to rely heavily on my archers. Now this unit's running. Archer ammo does go by pretty quick. Like, I'm already at half there. And we're actually going to go ahead and send up the cav. I'm pretty sure these forces are going to break really quickly. Seems that the Han Empire is on its last legs. Let's just fire. I bet these men break here in one volley. Oh, no. Maybe a couple volleys. Again, trying to save lives here. We definitely took some casualties with the horse archers. Not a ton. They're already wavering.
The enemy warriors are running.
Taking a lot here. Alright. Alright, archers hold fire. Change targets. Don't waste your ammo. There's also towers inside the center of the settlement. There we go, victory. No need to charge in, men. No need to charge in. Let's claim victory. End the battle. And once again, pretty easy battle. We did it under 3 minutes. The archers just doing all the work there, which I'm fine. I'm fine with. Trust me, we'll have some big battles soon. And
Bravery wins the
decisive victory there. We lost 6 men. Whew. Woof.
A fine settlement.
All right,
We'll take it.
let's take this. And we got more experience for GONGSUN ZAN. And, ooh, he also gets a little upgrade. Fury, plus 8 instinct, plus 10 morale in enemy territory, and plus 25 charge bonus, which he already has really good cav when commanding. This is a charge bonus for his own retinue. Or we could get Zeal, which 10% melee armor piercing damage for his own army. I assume when they say own army, it includes these men, not these men. I don't know for sure. And then we've got Clarity, which is building upkeep. Let's just go with Fury. That I always appreciate morale. I think morale is always important in leading armies. So what exactly, we do have a mission here, if I'm not mistaken. What exactly is this mission? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's counting all of them. It's counting the generals and the units. So if we could recruit 2 more.
Welcome, my lord.
Yes.
Your presence is heartening.
Yes, yes, yes.
Your missile troops are best kept to the rear of the battle, out of reach of the enemy.
Okay, thank you. See, sometimes she gives some info that's not important. But I'm thinking about getting more militia, the halberd, because we only have 1. So let's just get 2 more of those and recruit them. And that should be the completion of that mission. So we're going to go ahead and play 1 more turn. And we're going to, as soon as we recruit these men, make our march towards Bohai, the fishing port over there. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, war has been declared on us by this faction who is sharing a border with us. They are rich in food and equal in money. He's trusting. This is pretty cool. Willing to do business even with the most treacherous leaders. Oh, no, he's naive. Attitude is very negative. Oh, man. Okay. I acknowledge your declaration of war. Declaration of war. And so war breaks out, unfortunately, before we can finish the Han Empire. Mission issued. Hold 3 settlements, current 3. Nice. You'll minus 20% recruitment cost. That's pretty good. Yay, mission successful. You gain momentum. Oh man, gathering strength. Prepares for war. Destroy the following factions. Oh, we can do that. Don't you worry. So guys, unfortunately we are out of time. We're gonna leave it for now. We have a dilemma here. We've got to finish this faction here, who just declared war on us. But we also have the Han Empire, who's still existing, which we need to take out. we have a lot of options, which is never a bad thing. We just got to get ready for a much more challenging war as more factions have drawn their blade in our direction. But yeah, I'm going to save it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, the link for St. Jude is in the description. So if you could check that out, that'd be awesome. Tomorrow will be the next part. So yeah, it's going to be not even 24 hours. About 24 hours we'll have the next part. So I'm really excited about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you next time on the battlefield.